Hello there! Welcome to episode 39 of Life of a Musician. I'm Antony Westwell, still recovering from a sore throat. My voice is slowly getting better, and I imagine I'll be back ready for 3 gigs on Saturday. We shall see. Turns out it wasn't fine for the weekend. The first gig was at Doe in Hindley for the Bottomless Brunch. Now, this is actually a little bit different to usual in terms of my start times, but also the way you would book as a customer. The start times for the musicians used to be 2 till 4 for the first slot and then 5 till 7 for the second slot. That has now changed to 2:30 till 4:30, 5:30 till 7:30. So just half an hour difference, not too bad. But the way it's changed for the customers is a bit more significant. They used to also book either the 2 till 4 slot or the 5 till 7 slot. So when I was singing, would line up exactly when they are eating and dining and drinking and dancing and singing. But now they have the option of 3 start times. They can either come in at 2, like they used to, half 2, or 3. And then obviously for the later session, it'd either be 5, 5:30 or 6. When you book in, you still get the 2-hour slot, so that's not changed. However, when it lines up with me or whoever's singing, it has changed. Obviously, if you show up at 2 and I'm starting at half 2, the people on the first session of the first session would miss out on half an hour of the music at the start, but then also get music all the way to the end of their session. But the people who are booked in at the next hour, for instance 3 till 5, they would miss out on the last half an hour as I'm playing 2:30 till 4:30. So from 4:30 till 5, the end of their session, no music. Which sounds a bit weird, but to be fair, it actually worked out quite well. When I played on Saturday, I was indeed doing the later slot, the 5:30 till 7:30, so I don't particularly know what it's going to be like on the earlier session. But here is a picture of the end of the session, and you can see lots of people around, just like it used to be. I did ask the bar staff, apparently it does work out better, like it is busier throughout instead of having one day where it's not as busy, because people can just come in and then start at a different time. For instance, if they're out and about and the session started at 2 but it's now half 2, they still have the opportunity to come in at half 2 or 3 o'clock and start a bottomless brunch session. And to be fair, when you're gigging in these sort of places, you are generally just background noise. People get drunk sometimes. I'll rephrase. People get drunkenly singing sometimes, therefore you are a bit more involved with the audience. However, in the grand scheme of things, I think having a singer in the background is good atmosphere, but it doesn't have to be the pivotal point of the night. You don't have to arrange everything around it. So very good idea. It is a bit like Plantation in Ashton, where I've played quite a few times. I believe they also have a staggered booking system. So you might have a quieter start, but then it gets busier. People might be leaving, but also people coming in. So it does work out in most places, I assume. Just a reminder, if you are planning on booking at Door for the Bottomless Brunch, don't take anything I've said in this video with 100% certainty, as I may have misremembered start times, etc. But I'm sure you're all wise enough to know that anyway. Moving on from Doe, the sore throat I mentioned earlier definitely isn't where it should be, and I was going to be going into the next 2 gigs with freshly irritated vocal cords. The next 2 gigs in question, thankfully, was part of the King's Encore, our duo. These gigs took place at Rottenstall and Bury, our infamous back-to-back gigs that we do pretty much once a month. I am actually back there this Saturday coming up, however, I'm doing both gigs solo. Oh dear. Luckily, I will have a larger gap in between the gigs, so I have more time for recovery, get some hot drinks down my throat, and plenty of vocal zone. Also, to be fair, it is Tuesday now. When I wake up, my voice is very croaky, like unusually croaky for a morning voice. However, talking now isn't doing too much discomfort, whereas on the weekend it was. So I do hope this is a sign of things to come and that my voice is going to be back soon, because I'm getting fed up of 1, not being able to sing, but 2, struggling at gigs. It's meant to be a fun job. Ah well, can't have everything, can we? Back to the gigs though. Rottenstall started off fairly quiet, but it did get busier through the night. Towards the end, even though I was using the monitor with louder vocals than usual in there, just so I didn't have to compensate by pushing my voice, it did start to feel like I was singing with sandpaper in my throat. However, we did end up finishing the gig without too many major tells that I was struggling. By the way, Kyle, He wasn't here this week. Sad times. However, when we was playing certain songs, specifically I remember Breakfast at Tiffany's, not only was the audience singing and dancing, but the bar staff was singing and dancing, whilst working of course. It is always the best type of audience / venue when you do get the bar staff involved and they're having a good time. It just makes the entire vibe and atmosphere feel really good. So come on, other venues, give us a little boogie. So as Blind Tiger comes to an end, I drink up my drink, take a vocal zone, and then drive into the next venue. I feel my voice has already become croaky again. But I thought to myself, hopefully when I'm singing and I have a bit more oomph and more breath behind my voice, I should be all right. No. No. Every song I sang was painful. No matter how easy the song was, or how much water I drank, it does feel like I was singing with sandpaper in my throat and like at another level in this venue. I think the obvious thing to mention here is I went into this Saturday with a sore throat, and the ideal thing would to be, oh, I've got a gig on Saturday, I'll do the gig, rest for the week. However, as I stated, 3 gigs in one day on a sore throat is not good for anybody. But due to the nature of being a musician and the fact that last week my voice indirectly got both my gigs cancelled, 1, I need the money, and 2, can't let John down at a duo gig, can I? On the bright side though, being 2 of us, that does mean we get to swap. So we had the good idea of the second set, just in case my voice can't hold up any longer, I'll start it and then John can finish the set. So we end with some oomph, with some strong songs sang by some strong vocals, unlike somebody who feels like they're going to spontaneously combust. But once the gig was finished, so was I. Thankfully, when I woke up on Sunday, it didn't feel like there was too much significant damage done, to be fair, which suggests to me that my voice is recovering faster than it was a week ago. And not to jinx it again, but hopefully I will be ready for this weekend's gigs. Even more so that the fact they are all solo. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Now that is all for the past weekend's gigs. However, I do have another YouTube video idea that I'm planning on uploading either next week or the week after. But don't worry, that will come alongside the Life of a Musician episode, so you're actually going to be gifted 2 videos in 1 week. Oh, how kind I am. As a musician, obviously there are certain pieces of equipment that we need to do our job. Whether that be cables, microphones, or the speakers. Don't throw that one! So I thought it'd be a cool idea to go over exactly what I use to make my gigs happen. I'll be talking about what I use at solo gigs compared to duo gigs. I also will be talking about what gear I used to use and then what I've upgraded to over time. But also by doing this, if anyone is watching who is wondering how to start out doing what I do or something like it, hopefully it'll give you a bit of insight to what equipment you could aim for or what equipment in the type of ballpark area you might want to aim for in terms of price and quality. I will be talking about what exactly you can use at the bare minimum of equipment that you might need, but more on that in the video to come. Thank you for watching this short and sweet episode of Life of a Musician. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you are new. Remember to keep music in your life, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. I feel weird now you're watching. It'd be different if I was acting because I'd be a character, but this is actually me now. It feels like I can see you as well. Stop looking in the camera. But we're going to do cuts in between. So, and we can do it as many times. It won't look right if I'm smiling. It's not funny. Throw. Because I also have to look there while looking where I'm catching. Whether that be cables. Jesus Christ, do that again. That's going to be at the end of the video, that. Damn. See, as I'm smart, I'm anticipating getting knocked out by a jack lead. Or the speaker. Don't throw that one! Oh, wait, no. Or the speaker. Don't throw that one! And we might need to do this one a few times. Yes. I think I'll do. I am going to put that in the end of the video where it hits me. Oh, I'm going to get a little bit of